Live from historic Fenway Park here in Boston, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Boston Red Sox.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next.
Boston Red Sox.
And today's starter, Garrett Crochet. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's Shohei Ohtani.
Number 17, Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani was running wild in his last game, a heap of stolen bases. That's a strike thanks to the sweeper. That misses, and now it's 3-2. Makes a sliding stop. Throw to the pitcher, and that's a great play for the out. Here's Mookie now. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball. Whips it across. Out number 3. Back in Boston and on the hill for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Leading off, Jarren Duran. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Muncy under this one. And there's one down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And a foul ball. Triple digits on that last pitch. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Wilyer Abreu. Here's a 1-1.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. I tell you what.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. New inning getting started. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. And a payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And there's ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Runner on the go. Throw.
No, he's safe.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
That's inside. Full count now. The Dodgers with a chance to score first here at the top of the second. Full count pitch will have to wait. Time called to the plate. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Hernandez headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
There goes Tucker. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
High leg kick hangs in the air, but he read it nicely, and now in scoring position to add on to this lead.
Whoa. Runner at second, nobody out. There's a line drive to left field. Durant takes it in for the out. One away. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Man at second. Hard hit left side. And there are 2 outs. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Out to short, Rafaela. Off balance throw in time. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Back here at Fenway Park, so stepping in for Boston, Wilson Contreras. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Trevor Story. Here's a 1-1.
Like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you've got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that could cost your team the season.
Just missed. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that skips into dirt. Got him. 2 away now. At the plate, Romy Gonzalez. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Set down on strikes. Clip the bottom of the zone with a curve for strike 3. All set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. The 1-1. Late with the swing there.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Mookie Betts now. Ball to strike.
Go outside.
Man at first, 1 away. On a line. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. The throw in. Safe. He beats it.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Step off, throw to first. And Betts dives back. Here comes Freddie. Freeman up to hit. Mookie on the move. Swing and a line drive. Base hit into left field. Runner from third in to score. Now the tag at third, and they got him. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 1-1 now. And it finds its way through for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Two on, 2 outs. He gets there with the slide to first, and they get the out. Back inside Fenway Park, Joe stepping in for Boston, Cedar Rafaela. And that drops in for a strike. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Carlos Narvaez getting ready to hit. Swing and a bouncer. Betts. The throw to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. 2 down, bases empty. Caleb Durbin now at the plate. Up the middle, Betts. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Back here in Boston, start of the 4th, Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Just off the outside edge, 2-1.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Got him. 1 away. And now it's Max Muncy. The 3-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. Caught just shy of the wall. Now it's going to be Andy Pajas. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground, right side. And foul ball. The 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. That K is his. Back here at Fenway. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Jarren Duran.
You know, these Red Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Next to hit, Roman Anthony. The 1-1. Foul ball there. And a curve is down and in. Strikes him out with 100. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. We go to the top of the 5th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. Got him brings him up. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Shohei Ohtani digs in now. The 1-1. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Here's a 1-2. That smash towards center. And a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Here's Mookie to hit. Shohei on the go. Pitching for a strike. The
On
throw.
the tag,
And he's out. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Ground ball right side. And it stays fair. Betts into second.
Up next.
And here's Freddie Freeman.
First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
In the air, right field. Pretty well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. And caught on the warning track. Back here in Boston. So stepping in for Boston, Wilson Contreras. Next offering is fouled back. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Hit on the ground to short. Throw on to Freeman, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth. Here's Story now. That one ripped left field. And it's off the green monster. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
All over that one right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Grounds one to short. Betts tosses to first. That's it out. And here is Cedar Rafaela. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
So runner in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. Last half of inning number 5. Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Tanner Houck.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is. You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
The 3-1. On the ground. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Quick move to first. Hernandez dives back in safely. Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. Line drive and foul ball. The 2-2 now. Runner goes again. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Hey, I got to give him credit for busting it down to first to beat out that hit. Speed is obviously not a big part of his game. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Will Smith to the plate. There goes Tucker. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Nope, that's off the plate.
The Dodgers trying to break this one open. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. One runs in. Runner stops at third, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single.
New pitcher for the Red Sox, Johan Oviedo.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Max Muncy at the dish.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
No outs. Runners at first and third. That clips the corner.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Here's the 2-2. And now it's 3-2, and this is a good example of the type of at-bat that Muncy can deliver. There goes the runner. Could be extra bases. 1 run is in. Coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 5-0.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. That might be the hardest hit ball I've seen in a long time. I mean, 119 miles per hour, just insane. And I actually feel bad for the baseball. I doubt it's perfectly round anymore. Umpire might want to check that one. Probably a little lopsided at this point.
Payoff pitch. Runner takes off. Next offering popped in the air. Right field. He makes the grab. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Grounder might be 2. 1 at second. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Well, we go bottom 6. So stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Tyler Glasnow.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Two now. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's a 2-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Caleb Durbin up next for the Red Sox.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Now batting Jarren Duran. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got him looking for the strikeout. The big righty strikes out the side. Back in Boston, now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Ball to strike. The pitch. That one fouled off. To the right side, and that one handled. That's the first out in the top of the 7th. Now it's Mookie Betts. check swing, but he went too far. And the count is even, 2-2. Slider misses outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep their remaining challenge. So 2 down. So now it's Freddie Freeman. And a 1-1. Just missed. Off the plate. They're now 3-1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
This one smacked out to left center. And that one hops the wall. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
The 1-2 gets a piece and stays alive. Here's a chopper to short. Rafaela over to first, and Hernandez is out. 3rd out. Bottom of the 7th. So stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony.
Right through there for a strike. If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The Dodgers leading by 5 here at the bottom of the 7th. And they'll do it again. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Here comes Wilson Contreras. The 1-1. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Cutter Crawford.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Not the best swing that time from the first-round pick.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here. A solo shot, and they add a run. It's 6-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Ground ball right side. Contreras takes it himself. First out in the top of the 8th. Here's Max Muncy. Right side, hard hit. Throws to first, and that is out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 7-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
The pitcher on here, Justin Slayton. He's into the game with the bases empty. Miguel Rojas will hit next. The 2-1. On the ground at first, but it kicks foul. The 2-2. And a breaking ball misses outside. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Contreras under it, and he's got it. But bottom of the 8th. So stepping in for Boston, Trevor Story. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Blake Snell.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Strike 2.
Filthy changeup right there, just pulled the string.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. Romy Gonzalez up next for the Red Sox. Here's a 1-1. And that is out of play. Got him looking. Coming out of the bullpen throwing beatings. Gonzalez wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Stays alive. Next one misses. And that's ball 3. The Dodgers up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. High fly ball, right field. Tucker coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Now here is Ceddanne Rafaela. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's a foul ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 2 down, nobody on. Fights it off, he'll see another. 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Shohei Ohtani. The 1-1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And a ball and 2 strikes. Popped up. Contreras under it. And there's 1 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. And that one hammered. Anthony makes his way towards it. That skips over the
That's
fence,
over the
so
wall.
it's an automatic double. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Check swing went around. That's strike two.
Ball two.
Next pitch is downstairs. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top of the ninth. Oh, great stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play. All set for the bottom of the ninth. So stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. So they turn to Edwin Diaz out of the pen.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
2-2 now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now here is Caleb Durbin. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Got him looking for the K. Only 1 out left for the Red Sox. So stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. 2 down, nobody on. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. This could end it. And that's it. The celebration is on in the City of Angels. The Dodgers have won the World Series.
Congratulations to the World Series champions. Incredibly special team. So proud of these players. I know the fans back in their hometown. Everybody going nuts right now. It's going to be such an amazing reception when they return home.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. Singleton and our outstanding crew. I'm John Shambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.